Hey guys, this is Money Value. My name is Olga and I'm back to tell you what you should do so that he would still love you even when you are no longer young and beautiful. Okay, just kidding. Love is not about money. Actually, this video is about what you shouldn't do to be wealthy when you're older. I'm just gonna add real quick that 20s are basically for making mistakes. Otherwise, you won't get experience. If you're over 30, consider it a checklist or a bingo game. And let me know in the comments how much of those you've made so far. If you're in your 20s, well, you don't have to listen to me, but if you do, you'll thank yourself later. The very first popular mistake is gonna destroy your bank account, no matter how old you are and regardless how much you make. If you don't do budgeting, you'll never have enough. I bet all of us have this friend that pays without even checking the point of sale, and it wouldn't be that bad if he came home and wrote it down so that he could keep track of his expenses and income. But very few people do that. When you're 15 and you run out of your pocket money by the end of the month, you can't go watch the movies. In that case, you don't go to the movies. However, when you're 25 and you run out of your money, you can't just skip your rent or credit card payments. In that case, you're pretty much screwed. That's why you need to budget, to know exactly how much ice lattes you can have to still be able to pay for the essentials. In order to spend wisely, you gotta know how much you really need. And this is the question budgeting answers. Most people can't even say what approximate amount of money goes on each line of their expense list. And how can you manage something you can't even count? Anyway, even if you don't have any serious needs now, it would be best for you to develop this kind of habit as soon as possible. Remember, keep track, then manage. You could just write down all of your expenses and see how much you spend. But the best solution would be taking advantage of 21st century developments and use something like Mint, Pocket Guide, or Personal Capital. That will help you to know what categories need some working on. Next one would be best described by the words anything is possible. And I'm talking about the downside of these words. Literally, anything might happen to us. Freelancer could get sick and be unable to work for a month. A company could go bankrupt and leave many people unemployed. You could lose your job, or worldwide pandemic could start. And any of these occasions would be life-changing in a hard way if you didn't have a safety net. So when you get your first salary, start saving up. Since you've already watched the first minutes of this video and started budgeting, you know how much money you need per month. Your safety net should cover at least 2 months. That would give you enough time to get back on your feet. By the way, the best way is to have that money working for you. Yep, that's about passive income again. Safety net is something you don't touch, so why not invest it? It would help outrun the inflation and even raise your capital. Here's a link to the video where I covered something called compound interest. In simple words, it's when you get interest and reinvest it again. Here is the reason why you should start saving your safety net and invest it right now. Let's say that you found a company with an 8% dividend rate. If you invest $100 at 20, you will have $215 when you're 30. However, if you wait till you're 25, by your 30th birthday, you'll only get $147. That's $68 just for 5 years wait. If you can think of any other reasons, let us know in the comments. Maybe by sharing your opinion, you'll help someone avoid making this mistake. The third one is a bit obvious, living above your means. I get it, you got your first serious job that covers more than a few beers and 2 dates, and now you feel you can afford literally anything, including ignoring the first 2 mistakes. You are like, who needs a safety net or budgeting? I'll get my next check in a week or 2. Why don't I buy this Prada bag or BMW car? The tricky part is you probably still cannot afford it. What you can afford is hitting the like button below this video. Thank you. Okay, living above your means usually has one reason: willing to impress others. But guess what? Nobody expects you to have Prada when you're 20. So don't be too hard on yourself. Buy what you can afford, don't spend thousands on renting luxury apartments, and don't buy a car you can't afford yet. By the way, in case you didn't know, you also have to pay for the maintenance. Usually we don't think about it when getting a new car, but these expenses can be big. Well, you could be the coolest guy in the Walmart parking lot, or you could find a way to stay off the debts while you're still that young. I'm not talking about the situations when you really have to fit in. For example, to get a promotion that would definitely cover all of your efforts, or to get surrounded by people that could be your potential customers. The tricky part is to see if you really need to fit in or just want to. If living posh life is an investment not in the future but in showing off, You don't need that. Besides, take advantage of your 20s. No one expects you to live in a luxury apartment or drive a Porsche or eating in the most expensive restaurant. They expect you to live with your 5 friends in a tiny apartment, drive a used car, and drink cheap wine. What I mean is, don't get more broke than you already are. Be wise with the money you get and get all the experience you can, including sharing a room to save money. You won't get judged for that when you are young, but you probably will when you're older. So why lose those moments? And one more thing, if you are trying to impress someone, you probably compare yourself to others too. Don't do that. There is no progress for you if you buy the boots just like Matthew has. Compare your today version with the person you used to be. That's where you can see real growth and not just the course of development. The next mistake is about credit cards. There are 2 ways you can screw up your credit history. The first one is not getting a credit card at all. In this case, you are losing years of credit history that you might need one day. Besides, you stay out of such perks as cashback and special offers. So you gotta use your credit card, but wisely. Don't spend more than you have and don't miss your due days. The second mistake is getting too many credit cards and maxing them out. It's both getting in debt and jeopardizing your history. No cashback would help here. So how do credit cards work? Credit cards offer you a line of credit that can be used to make purchases, balance transfers, and cash advances, and require that you pay back the loan amount in the future, usually not less than 21 days, to give you enough time to plan your expenses. So if you don't tend to spend more than you have, a credit card is definitely a go for you. First of all, when you get a new credit card, you might get a one-time bonus worth $150 or even more depending on the bank. By the way, I'm going to leave some links in the description to the cards I love and use. They also have a sign-up bonus, so take a look, you might find a good fit for you. That's not it. Credit cards offer such perks as cashback, rewards points, and frequent flyer miles. All of that helps you save your money, and that's amazing, especially when you are young and every dollar counts. I'll just repeat myself here, just in case. Don't max your credit cards out. The last one is the most important. Young people usually don't care about their health. I'm not saying you have to spend every penny on your checkups every month. Just treat things as they come in. It's like investment, but the dividends are replaced with your health-related problems getting more serious. And those are compound too. For example, if you have a decay, get yourself an appointment right now. This one is gonna keep growing, and one day you'll find yourself paying 5 times more than you could today, or in 5 times more serious pain. Seriously, no dividend company has as high of a rate as health problems. But some people get too far here and decide to throw every resource to live a healthy life and buy so-called healthy food. I'm not talking about all of them, but mostly it's just usual goods that cost 2-3 times more, or the ones you wouldn't even think of eating. Health is important, yet if you're young and can't afford Westerly natural market, just stay away from junk food and don't forget to have at least 3 meals a day. And also, last time I checked, exercising is free and also very good for you. That would help you boost your immune system and mood. Anyway, those were 6 mistakes people in their 20s usually make. What you really have to do while you're that young is saving up, not getting in debt, save on your car and apartment, save up for the future, enjoy every moment of your life. You won't get a chance to crash on your friend's couch when you're 45. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. Please stay healthy, stay wealthy, don't forget to drink water, and also don't forget to press the like button and subscribe. I really appreciate that. Thank you. See you soon.